of his down. Hello, everyone. Welcome to LJ8 Sports, first live stream with over 150 subs. Today, I'll be talking about sports, trading cards, and much more. Hopefully, I have some of my some famous people joining in because you never know who's joining in today because I have 150. I have 155 subs. Let me say that whoever joins in can, let's say that anyone who wants to join in, which I know this is so last second, like this is me every time. Last second, who cares? Nobody does. Does, but you know, you have to tell some people, oh, I'm live. Because live streaming is my thing. For anybody new who's gonna join in. No, yoink. Post. Yoink. Sorry, but we don't seem to have that many like people like joining in at the moment. Like I feel like I should have like way more joining as the more they join the merrier. No, why did I post it there? Give me a second, I just misposted it. I meant to, delete this. There we go. So hopefully I have some like fancy people. Let some like better people join in. Like let me wait like 5 minutes and thanks to the one loyal viewer. Tonight I'll be talking about today's baseball games, some NFL, and some NBA, I guess. Like, we do have more people who are here, which is kind of cool to see like a billion people to know that I have over 150 subs, and like there's better stuff you can do these days, like there's better things you can do, like hi to the other person who has joined. If you want to say hi in the chat, please do. Because I'm taking requests on what to talk about. I'll do anything tonight because tonight is a 150, I guess, plus sub special. Thanks for joining, Ann Orphan. Like we can be talking about my card collection, which that would take like who knows how long, because I have over 1,000 cards of good players, bad players. Some players have done bad stuff, some players have done good stuff. You never know. So like you can say anything about stuff. Like hopefully my live stream like goes viral tonight because I need it to go viral because like, I'm supposed to be viral at the moment. Like Ann Orphan, you don't really like know much like about what my channel's been doing, but like I've gained sports players from the NBA and the NFL from doing stuff, from like commenting on their channel to joining a server on Discord with a few of them. You may know about some of it. You probably don't know about everything. You probably don't know about most of it because because it's hard to like see this like I've subscribed like over like thousands of channels and whatnot. So like I mean like first I can start with like this one card which I'll come back to if like more people like want to see it. Like hello Cash Austin. Thanks for coming over. But first I'm gonna talk about this one card. So if you don't know who Tim Tebow is, look at the video about the Tim Tebow card. You'll see his YouTube channel there. He actually commented on the video, like saying hi, about his card. Like I subscribed to him to start, which I think it should have like been like a thing. It's like a thing to say the least. That like he's a good, yeah, he's coming back as a tight end, which is kind of cool. Like, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, like, he actually, I mean, like, some guys, like, I don't know if they've subbed to me or whatnot, I mean, like, I have, like, one collection of guys, so, like, I'm just, like, I can't get rid of these cards even though they're, like, the neighboring rival of the Ravens, and I'm a huge Ravens fan, like, I'm high on him, and, like, here's my collection of Chase Youngs. Let me move the screen back if I can. Yeah, here they are. I'm sorry, this might not. I'm trying to get the screen in right now. Like those are my Chase Youngs. To be exact, my Chase Young. This is my Chase Young collection, which is a good collection. Those patches, though, if you want to know if they're game used, they're definitely not game used. You see, there's like random like patches here and whatnot. Like I mean, like, there could be anything you could say about them. Like, oh, like, Chase Young. He's a good player. Maybe maybe he will be like Ray Lewis. Maybe he will be like another guy who's good. Like, I mean, you can say anything about a guy and then just be just like, hopefully they're good. Hopefully they're good. Hopefully they're good. There's lots of stuff you can say. Like, you think they're good? Well, maybe they are not good, and maybe it was just like a fluke here, but I bet it wouldn't be. Like, I mean, let's say that and for anybody who doesn't really know about my name, I'm LJ8 Sports. I'm the biggest LJ8. I'm like a huge LJ8 Sports fan here, and like I mean LJ8 fan. And LJ stands for L stands for Lamar, J stands for Jackson, and 8 is his number. And I added sports on that because I'm a sports YouTuber. It's not just like I'm just like a random like other YouTuber here. Which thanks to the 4 who are tuning in at the moment. I couldn't be around here. I wouldn't be around here without 150 plus with 155 subs. I think at the moment, to be exact, is 150. Which, before I forget, let's just say that I'm going to be giving a shout out to Cash Austin later on, right in a few times, right now. I don't, or maybe I should wait to see if more come in before I do this. But Cash Austin had asked on my last video to get a shout out, which This is my section of these are like my guys like if Tim Tebow joins in, I can show off his card, and we can see and we can get his live reaction to like, yes, that's me. That's what I looked like in college. Because there's so much stuff. And hi to my moderator. If you haven't checked out my moderator's YouTube channel, please do. He does a bunch of cool shorts and he has fables that go up too. So like there's like so much here. Yeah, I see the 5 hour tuning in right now. This one down to 4, it's like 4 to 5, 5 to 4, whatever number I'm gonna have. If they're checking, I don't care because having somebody checking into my live stream is actually cool, which we can move on to some MLB stats right now if anybody wants me to, because the MLB is a big sport and my favorite team lost. Be exact. Like you want to say you're an Orioles fan, which I'm wearing an Orioles cap right now, which I can show you the cap. The cap is better than the team's record. Right here I can show you it. If I bring that up a little bit, I can show it a little bit. That's the cap. Cap, which is a nice cap. I can say that much. It's like a great cap. Which let's say that you know I just did a little bit of just like digging down deep to fix my stuff up, because like I'm just gonna give a quick shout out that I'm not sure if it's, but look up vidIQ. vidIQ is a YouTuber. Look him up. Also look up vidIQ. This app on the App Store. That app has helped me do numbers with getting my YouTube video out to others. Like like one of my videos, like when I had it at the time. I've had the app for a while, and like that's like a big thing that has made me, that has helped me out a bunch. Let me say that we're gonna be now talking about sports. If you have any sports questions, please put them in the chat, because I'm not sure who the 3 people are. I know that it's Anolf and maybe Cash Austin and maybe my moderator. I don't know. I mean, Cash. Yeah, let's just say that there's some stuff that, like, you can't, as, as you can say, for an orphan, like, not every day is the best day. Not every day is the best day, I can tell you that much. Like, there's, like, so much you can say about, like, something like that's like, oh, like, this player is good, this player is bad, but let's get over to the games. Now let's say that we have 3 people here. This is such an understatement to the number of subs I have. Let's say that the Orioles today, as a preview, they lost 3-10. 3-10. Well, there's the game of the week on right now, which I'm not going to share because I do not get copyright claimed by the MLB. Because if I do, then there's other stuff I can say and whatnot. But let's see, did any of my... Yeah, but let's say that we have the games on right now. Like we have 3-10 Baltimore Orioles. I'm gonna go through the Orioles on. There's some games I'll be going back to in a little while, maybe it's like in a couple hours or something like that if I can. Like there's Shane. I do not remember. Yeah, these are some guys that like I may have not heard of before. Like I'm gonna be telling you the winning and losing pitcher, the pitcher with the saves, the number of innings, and the stats. Only for them. Like the losing pitcher was Jose Lopez, 4.1 innings, 7 hits, 8 runs, 5 earned, 1 base on balls, 3 strikeouts, and 3 home runs. Rest of the Orioles, let's say that they had an Oriole that came in for 1 inning, 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 home runs, 1 base on balls, a strikeout, and 1 home run. And he has a 16.20 ERA, which you don't want to have that. Because that's horrible. For any baseball people out there who play baseball, I mean that's not cool. That was 16.20 ERA because it's like golf. You want to have the lower ERA. Like you can say stuff like golf. You want to have like the lowest ERA you can because the lower the better. That's the way to think about it. The lower the better. Which for the Indians, they had the winning pitcher was Stephen. I do not know his. I'm gonna look up his first name. I mean, because Stephen is such a generic. Because you can say there's John, Stephen, Bob, Stephen, Eli, Stephen, Lily, Stephen. Could you say anybody's last name could be Stephen? Yes. Give me 1 minute. I want to go check on my Discord stuff because I have Discorders that I have to check in on. Like, like there we go. Sorry, I had a little mishap in the server. Now let's get back over to baseball. It was Trevor Stephens, number 37 for the Indians, and this was the Baltimore. And this was the Orioles at the Indians. Stephens he only went 1.2 innings and had 3 strikeouts. Let's say that. Now the Cubs. Well, let's say that the Cubs are winning 3-2 against the Mets in the top of the eighth. And the Mets are home. Let's say that right now my old hometown team, the Rockies. The Rockies winning in the third 5-0 because they got 5 points in the bottom of the first against the Brewers. Like they're worse than the Brewers, but they're doing better. Let's say that this if I can that's July 29th. Sorry. That's no, that's the 16th. Today is the 17th, and another 3-10 final. But the team that I like better won was the D-backs at the D-backs at the Giants. Oh, that's let me look that up because something doesn't look right when I look at this. Is that that's Gosman and that's Kevin Gosman. I thought Kevin Gosman was on the. No, it's Bumgarner, not Gosman. Sorry, I'm losing myself at the moment. Kevin Gosman went 8 innings for the win. 8 innings, 4 hits, 2 strikeouts. No, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 2 1 base on ball, 6 strikeouts, and as a super good ERA, but the losing team who was away. The losing pitcher was Zach Allen, who went 2.2 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 1 base on ball, only 3 strikeouts with 1 home run and Gallen. His only at bat he got a hit, which is good for a pitcher because pitchers, well, let's say that like right now in the bottom of the sixth, Blue Jays winning 3-4. And one of my favorite quarterbacks, which I hope they have his video up in here somewhere. If they do, I will show it. I do not care if I get copyright claimed just to show off a video of one of the best quarterbacks doing his thing. Because if you know who Josh Allen is, I saw on one of his I guess his YouTube channel that he was gonna throw the first pitch. I missed it. Hopefully they have it up here somewhere. If like I go down, this is Yankees. The Yankees got a triple play, I guess, which is really cool for me, to say the least. I mean, let me just go look this up on YouTube. I'm gonna look this up on YouTube, and if I get copyright claimed, it's their fault because there's right now like 1 minute until like there's like the game, like it's just like some YouTubers, like it's like MLB, like I don't want you guys like leaving and all going over to like an MLB game that like is late at night and like that's like different than what I would be talking about because like I'm more of like the like speaker of types. And let's say that let me do a live stream check in. It says right now that I have 4 likes. Did I start at 9:05? About 7 views, which hopefully some of those views are sports players like us saying anything. Let's say that I have 7 viewers that have came in. Let's say that if I find that video, I'm gonna hope that it doesn't that I don't get copyright claimed. Because if I do, then I'll be so mad it isn't even funny. Because right now I have 100. Because I have a plus some amount of subs. Me a minute. I'm checking right. I meant to be in my app looking it up, which would be Josh. Let's say that I can't find a video of him. No. And I don't have Josh Allen with the first pitch up. I'm sorry, but maybe we'll have it up tomorrow and I can do like a quick, just like, because I might do like a daytime live stream tomorrow if I have time, which that would mean that maybe more of like the guys from like the NFL and NBA can come in because like, I like to see right now like what's going on in the. I'm gonna give an intermission and go look up the NBA right now, and then let's go see like what's because they might be watching like because there's the Bucks game right now, which is Nets and Bucks, which I subscribe to like some like Bucks guy to like a Bucks guys channel. It's the Bucks are winning right now in the second in quarter two, 40 to 26. That's the big game. While what is the Jazz, the Clippers, a bunch like other teams like doing stuff at the moment. But like, let's get back into the MLB for now. As I was trying to look up that video, but they didn't have it in. But let me just go over to the Blue Jays should have it up because it's if I can. Oh, the Blue Jays are down there, which if I could like this team, then that would work because I have some stuff that like goes on, and then it's just like, well, I like this team, but I don't. But I never liked the team. Like that's the thing. Like the Nationals. Like I don't care because they're the last team. No, it's actually in the regular thing. It just says injuries and roster moves. It doesn't tell it down, but it says that did they move anybody good that I would know? They got Carl Edwards Jr. So like I mean, I mean, that's it for now. I think I might get back into some MLB in like 5 minutes. Just I want to like talk to like you guys and like, oh, it says I've gotten 10 views, which is 145 less than the number of subs. That's my math here. I mean, teams, I can go through that. I can say I'm in. Yeah, I can say I like every team in Maryland pretty much. It's like Ravens, NFL, MLB. That would be Baltimore Orioles, and my LB that would be I. If you've ever heard of if you've ever heard of like a farm system, like the minor league baseball system, like I like any Orioles minor league team. I can say like my favorite, and this is like my number one favorite team from each sport, unless otherwise stated as a big group of them. Because like college, it's hard to pick a favorite. I mean, college, my top three are. No, I have a bunch to that. I can go through four college teams. I have like Maryland, Towson, UMBC, and Navy. Like, I mean, like you can't just say no to it. Since Maryland doesn't have any NFL or MLB, no, doesn't like I can say like I would say I'm a modern football team fan, but that would be disgraceful to my parents. I like to say that much. As I'm definitely a Wizards and Capitals fan, but I never watched the Wizards or the Capitals ever. Never ever watched them. I can say I'm a fan of teams, but some teams like I just never watched them before. Never would watch. Never really watch them because like never have a reason to watch them. It's just like as you can say, just like. I can say like that's like a thing of the past. Like, I mean, like teams. Like, I mean, like if your family and or if like lives in like a certain place, like maybe or like your parents like went to like a some like college or something or like were like born somewhere but like moved somewhere or something like that, or like they probably like their hometown teams. Like I mean, like I don't know your hometown teams, and I'm not sure if you want to like tell it to like the public, because that might give away a bit about you. If you know what, if you're safe talking about it, you can. I mean, like, let's get back into the thing right now, which would be me talking about myself, me not talking about myself right now because this thing is like going like crazy with like people coming in, and I'm still at I think 10 views at the moment. Like once my live stream goes up tomorrow, I'll probably be getting this like a bunch of comments and stuff being just like, good job, you did this well, you did that bad. Why didn't you have a true background? I'll be just like, well, I mean, like, let me just say before anybody starts trashing me about my background, like, I don't have a green screen or anything to put anything up on. Like, I'm not a major YouTuber yet. I have 155 subs and sports players subbing to me, so like, I might need like start doing stuff, but like, I don't know what to do. I mean, like, for Cash Austin, probably around the end, and depending on how many people are there, I will give him a shout out. But like back to the MLB, which if you think about, which let me just say, don't trash my favorite team, the Baltimore Orioles. If you look, because if you want to look them up, you'll see that they keep losing. But the only reason they keep losing is because not because they're trash, but because they're rebuilding, and like when you want to like rebuild something like a house, like it takes time. this is but this is like a longer time managed thing because it's just like you have to do this step, then that step, and that step, and like it takes like a few years because like guys have to like get better at it and whatnot. Like it's like sports rebuilding. There's teams that like are just bad because they don't know what they're doing, or like they have like bad management or something. Like there's like video gaming. I mean, like I have my other hobby, which is video gaming, which is which is the second half of my YouTube channel, which I can say that if I'm when I'm video gaming, like I like to like play on like I like to like I rebuild teams. Like you say, oh, this team is bad from and I have this game from the other the team was bad that I'm still using. I'll be just like, well, he was 21. He was Madden 21, or he was MLB The Show 21. Like you can say, yes, these teams are bad. Let's go fix them up. Or you can just do like a whole like redraft or something, or like do like a bunch of like fancy stuff. Which you know, if I'm not really sure if you're into like video gaming, or like what games you're even into. So like, I'm not sure if like you like understand like about much about like what I'm saying, because like you're probably in like a totally different like realm of gaming and whatnot, which is another thing. I mean, I know you like Minecraft, but like Minecraft is totally different than like rebuilding and like sports games. Like I'm like a sports gamer, a Minecrafter, and some other stuff. I mean, I don't know what Resident Evil even is, and what lights out and I don't know and I don't know what dying lights outlast even is. Like I mean, like let's say that let's get back into the MLB from where I left off, since I have a new viewer who has came in and has said hi. I don't think you know like where I left off. I mean, I'm not really like into like the horror games. Let me say that. Let's say that it's in the top of the ninth, and the Cubs are still beating the Mets. Mid fourth, Rockies. Rockies still have the same score. We have the Blue Jays, the Yankees being the Blue Jays 5-4. Let's say that's a big thing. The White Sox are winning 7. Are winning. Let's say that Daniel Jones, who is a fellow YouTuber and an NFL quarterback, but let's say that the Astros are winning 7-0, not because of trash can banging this time. Let's say let's say that the YouTube game of the week, Shohei Ohtani. Let's say that for some reason the Tigers are DHing Jonathan Scope, the former Oriole, one of the former Orioles, because they have at second, because they have guys at his primary positions. Let's say that for some reason they're allowing Shohei Ohtani, the pitcher, to bat, and they're not making Matt Manning bat, which makes no sense. let's say that mm, that the late game is gonna be the Rays at Mariners, and for the preview of that, there's Rosarena. He's the big name guy for the Tampa Bay. There is no Seattle Mariners do not have their top outfielder. Let's say that that's the MLB for you, which let's say that I have 6 in here right now. This is going crazy that it's actually getting later and more joining, which tells me some other stuff, which I like to talk about Daniel Jones. Talk about Daniel Jones for a minute and about his schedule. Like I know that I'm more a Ravens fan here, but for Daniel Jones, I'm gonna be looking. I'm sorry if I roast your schedule, Daniel Jones, but you play the Jets, which that's against Zach Wilson. So I'm not even sure if you played Zach Wilson before. Let's say that there's some new people coming in. Not all of you know that sports players have been subbing to me, and I've been subbing back. Me and whatnot, but for Daniel Jones' sake, if he's not in the room which if you're in the room, Daniel Jones, and you want to contradict anything about the schedule, when I talk about your schedule, you can, because you're just a quarterback here who does his stuff, which first, which in the preseason you play the Jets, the Browns, and the Patriots, which they don't really even matter, but like 1 year playing the Broncos, which I can say the Broncos they're a half decent team to say the least, which doesn't really mean much to me that they're a half decent team because it's just we have to be good to be able to be in the NFL, and only the best make it in, as you want to say. Let me just go fix this. Give me a second. I'm just showing my carpet. I'm sorry. I'm nothing better at the show at the moment. At the moment, because it's not like I have a green screen or any good cards or anything I can show. My carpet. It's my carpet. I'm sorry if you don't like my carpet because it's too pixelated or something like that. I can say that much. If you don't like it. Please tell anyone to join the live stream, and if you're not subbed, please sub. because I'm on my way to 200 subs. I'm at 155 at the moment. Not to brag about, not to brag, get the moment, but 155 is pretty good. Now let's get back to Daniel Jones, which I feel like Daniel Jones left, but I don't care. Like, I mean, like, there's week 2, the Washington football team, which is, I don't even know the quarterback he's on. What quarterback is even going to be starting for them? Because I know they got rid of Dwayne Haskins Jr., which is a thing. There's the Falcons, who don't have Julio Jones, which is a problem because I feel like they would do better with Julio Jones. Like, I don't know why they traded away Julio Jones, because I feel like they could have trade him to another team for a similar wide receiver, or for like a tight end or a quarterback, or some position of need. Like, I don't really think they got anything now. Now they're playing in week 4 the Saints, which I don't know the Saints' exact quarterback roster at the moment. Like, I mean, like, the Saints, I'll look at them later, because I wonder if they've Taysom Hill, who is part quarterback, part other positions, which they don't have Drew Brees anymore, which is a big thing. Which Drew Brees, he works good with them. And then they're another division rival, because they've played the Washington football team once. Let's say they played the Washington football team once. Now and none of these games are, Washington football team. Washington football team. That was actually their prime time Washington football team. That is on the 16th, week 2, 9/16 at 8:20. Let's say at 8:20 they play them, which is a thing. There's no other prime time games for a little bit, which the Giants, they won't be playing themselves, because it's impossible to play themselves. I'll tell you that much. It's impossible for them to play themselves. Which, let me just go check in on how many viewers I've gotten. They've gotten 16 views on this live stream. Hello to the person who has just joined in. It's what 3. Like, if anybody has any questions or wants to say anything, don't be shy to type in the chat, because I don't care what you type in the. I care what you type in the chat, but you guys can ask questions about anything related to sports. Mostly, I'm best with the NFL and MLB. Now, back over to this, there was the only time, most times of the games are either 1 o'clock or 4:25 for them, which there's week 5, 4:25 Cowboys. The next week they play the LA Rams, which is week 6. Week 7 they play the Panthers, and then they play at night on a Monday against the Chiefs. Then they play the Raiders, which is a Sunday game. Week 10 is their bye week, but week 11 they play at 8:15 Monday night, 11:22 against the Buccaneers. Which, let me go back over the first games. Like, I can say, like, the Falcons, I don't know how good the Falcons are anymore. Like, you can say, like, well, the Falcons, they have an aging quarterback. They don't have their best wide receiver anymore. And whatnot. You can say for the LA Rams, like, wow, they have a new quarterback. Like, I'm not sure how the quarterback switch is gonna go anyways. Like, you'll have to see, like, the Eagles. They play them for the first time, and that's week 12. It's the Eagles. Like, they're mediocre. I mean, you can say, like, they got rid of their veteran quarterback, but they have Flacco, one of my favorite quarterbacks. He's one of my favorite Ravens of all time, pretty much. Like, I can put next in week 13 they play Miami. Week 14, they played the Chargers. Week 15. Let me just go fix one thing quickly. I'm sorry. This has just been, that just drove me crazy that I have these alarms on, like I don't even need anymore, because it's just like, I don't even like how, I don't really like have a reason for alarms when I don't really like school to do. Let me say that. Then they play the Eagles again week 14. In week 16, week 17, the Bears in week 18, the Washington football team. So I mean, like, there used to be only 17 weeks. I mean, like, I don't know why they would choose 18 weeks. Don't know anything else, but I can say for the least, like, there's so much going on in sports right now that I can't be saying this like oh, there's this and this right now going on. Like, I mean, like it's like this and this, like I could say anything and like people wouldn't be caring, because it's just like I'm because like sports, like people just have their own mind into sports, which I mean, like, if either you, if any of you in the chat want to like chime in about sports, or like about just like collecting cards or anything, because I was gonna get into collecting cards, but I've been so engulfed in sports that it's hard to get out of the sports. Like sports are like a big thing of a big talk of my life. Let's say that, yeah, I've been getting so much support from like, now I have 17. I should have. I don't know why nobody wants like chat in the chat, because nobody's gonna like hurt you if you chat in the chat. No one's gonna do anything. But like, I mean, like, I have some cards, and like there's some guys like, I'm just like, I'm not showing any of my Ray Rice cards, even though I have a couple Ray Rice cards in there. I'm not burning them, because it seems mean to burn a player just because one bad thing they did off the field. Which I'm 3 views away from 20 views at the moment. I mean, let me just say that, like, there's so much I can say about stuff like, wow, I have this guy, wow, I have that guy, like, I have some like cards of like guys, then it's just like, never even heard of them before, like, maybe you can just say some stuff about like a card. It's like, I know that like some people like in my lifetime like know nothing about trading cards, like I mean, like, that's the thing, like, I've had 19 views tonight on my live stream, and that's kind of cool, because it's like, let's say that like there's like so much sports stuff I could get into, but I don't know what to talk about next. Like, I mean, I could like talk about just like the guys who have subbed to me, but like half them I don't even know who subbed to me, because like, I think if anybody wants to like claim that they've subbed to me, they can. I mean, like, I could talk about Austin Meadows, and now like I have his like rookie card, and like how I have like a card of his, and like I never knew that like it got traded like mid 2018 season, and yeah. Mm. Let's say that like these 19 views are helping me out. Pretty much like I'm just like going crazy. Like if you haven't left a like, please leave a like. Like I want the YouTube algorithm to think like, wow, this dude's live. He deserves more love from the YouTube algorithm. Like I know that might sound wrong, but you know, a live stream is a live stream. Trying to get a scholarship to play sports or academic isn't wrong. Like I could say, like I have a billion trading cards here. Like what's this? I have a Andres Jimenez rookie card. Do not even know who he is. I mean, like, let me say that if you want to check out my YouTube channel, you'll see some like stuff. Let's say that we can do many fun things, like talk about just like an NBA card I got. Like I got a Larry Bird NBA card. I got a in my room at the moment where I am. I have a trading card, and it's a total, and it's one of the best, but I do not know where exactly it is. I mean, let me say that I have a Chris Moore card. I have actual cards signed from in-person signings from like places I've been, camps I've done, stuff like that. And let's say that like let's say that you know let me do some like quick sports checks back in right now because the MLB probably ended some of their games at the moment. But it has lost all my views, which means that I'll be giving myself just like a lenient minute to go fix up some stuff. Hello, and thanks for. Now they're back with a view where I can just say some stuff that maybe like isn't like big stuff. Like I have this whole pin collection like here. It's like pin collection plus. I have to pull off the top thing because the top it broke. Like it won't even fit in here. Like this is my pin collection. I have the Ravens pin. I have a full-on Ravens pin collection, to be exact. Like a full-on Ravens pin collection. I've won from like when I was this one. When I was younger, is from like Home Depot. When it was like Home Depot maker things. It's for the Wizard of Oz. I think. Let's go check that was. The Wizard of Oz. I have every year from the Ravens. I went to the Cooperstown, so that one's from Cooperstown. I have this one, which is a random Pokemon one. I used to have another Pokemon one, but had it on my back on one of my old backpacks. Somehow it disappeared. So I mean, like the good and the bad. I don't know where it went. This, that, and this. I mean, like there's stuff like that, and then there's stuff like it's just like, yay, I got a scholarship. Like I don't think I'll be getting a scholarship, and if I do, then I'll be jumping up for joy. I'll probably just be just like, I wouldn't be posting about it if like I ever got a scholarship for like anything, because like scholarships are rare. Knowing you, if say that I'm very, I do some like random guys here, and then it's just like. Let's say that while we're ending the live stream soon, I don't know, because how many viewers have I gone? Because I want to get up to like 20 to 25 views in total with this. It says I got 20, which is kind of cool. It's a 20 is a lucky number for me right now, because this is, I think, the most I've gone in one full live stream besides my old Madden one when I had that when I used to be in a Madden league, which I don't think half of you guys even know about, because half of you guys are from like after that point, and like that was like back when I was like huge into Madden. Now I'm getting into some other stuff. Which I have a quick question. Like I know this is an optic pink unnumbered, but is this card like rare or something? Like I'm not sure like this card is rare, because this is from I think this is from 2016, and this patch was player one. It's like a player one. It's like fancy. It's like player one, like patch for like a former Raven, now Texan. Like I don't know. Like, does the pink mean anything? Because like I did get this from like an eBay lot that like I posted about. And if you want to look at that, because I mean like you can look at that if you want. Like you can look at anything if you want on my channel, but like do it after this live stream. Like I say, do it after this live stream, because you deserve to watch me live, because there's not that many days when like I'm like live and like telling people please check me out, which I may tomorrow, because I'm gonna go over this like server of like, and some of the guys that are in it, like I mean like maybe you know some of the guys and maybe you don't. Like give me a second, I meant to send out this dude the live stream thing. I'm losing myself at the moment. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean like, yeet, where is he? Share. Now taking myself to 21st. Copy, then I'm just gonna send it over. But let's say there's not really much more I'll be doing. I would shout out my man Cash, whoever he is again. The Cash dude. No Cash Austin, but there's only one viewer here, so why would I shout him out? And let's say that I have 6 likes. Let's say that it's nice to see that I've got another like. And hi to Sam J, as I'm gonna call you. I don't want to. I'm just gonna say, if you have any sports and some new news or again sports stuff, you can put it in. Let's say that I'm in this server with let's say what I think about Stephen Gilmore. I forget what team he's on now. But I mean, I think he's a top team. Bruce Lee's on the Patriots now. I'm pretty sure he's. Yeah, I can call him top tier. He's good. Good. He might not be on the level of the Ravens cornerbacks, but I'm not. But I could be. Give me a minute. 1 second, guys. Let me get back. One second. Let's say that I'm in this server with actually Joe Flacco, Antonio Brown, Blake Bortles, Gronkowski, Jamal Chase, Jack is some random dude. But I'll get back to Stephon Gilmore in a minute. I'm in with some random dudes. I'm in with actually Josh Allen, Marlon Humphreys, Magic Surtain the second, and Stephon Diggs and Trey Lance. I mean, what I have to say is, he's a great cornerback. And let's say that, Stephon Diggs is good, not great. Would I put him on the level of the Ravens cornerbacks? I don't know. I mean, I could say anything, and anything is true to be the least. I mean, I'm not really like in like selling cards at the moment. I've not gotten really in like selling cards back up yet, but I mean, I could say I have many Tom Brady's, many Gronks, and some Julian Edelmans, but like it's just like I'm collecting. Like I have a bunch like here, there, and like a few different like locations where my cards are. Let me say that like let's say that like let's say that Daniel Jones, real Daniel Jones. I probably have one or two Daniel Jones sitting around. That like I mean like if I could get them, if I could get cards signed by YouTubers, by you guys, if there's a way, real Daniel Jones, which I'll never know, which I guess you are. Yeah, and no cap in here. Like, I would have Daniel Jones here. Like, I do have a bunch like Giants guys. Like, some guys like I bet you never even heard of. Like, I mean, like I have some like Giants greats and whatnot. I mean, like I could send them out to like an NFL player. Like NFL players are like my. I mean, like the NFL is like one of my top two favorite sports and sports like. Nah, I don't have my most valuable card with me at the moment. I mean, the most valuable card is probably a Pokemon card. I don't really know much about my sports cards to be exact, but this card is not pretty. I have some like super old sports cards here, like in super. I mean, I don't have like super old like sports cards, but I have this card like I did in a short. This one, if you know much about Pokemon, you know that you would probably know more about me with this ancient Mew here. Like I can say that much is a thing. I don't know much about this card, but then like here's the back of it. Like I have some like first edition Pokemon cards, but like I don't have them with me at the moment. Like some of them are like first edition or like gem or something like that. Like I have just like some random like first edition cards just sitting around and whatnot. I mean like I probably have Daniel Jones, but it's probably for you Daniel Jones. It's like weird to like think about it, but then that's like they probably mean a bunch to you to like because like I mean like I'm not sure if like sports players collect themselves or not. Like that's something I have to think about. I would think about it and feel weird. Yeah, let's say that much. I mean like I could say like I probably have like a few Daniel Jones here and there. Like I know I have some Daniel Jones and like it's weird to think about the like you're Daniel Jones. You have the you collect giants, but you collecting yourself seems like something I would not be able to comprehend. 'Cause, like I don't know what it's like collecting your own self as a sports player. Because like that could be like anything. Like, I mean, like, give me a second. I should have my base set of something like oh, this is my base set of this is my filled in base set, like most of a base set that I have here. Like, I've stopped collecting in the middle. Like, if I go to the Giants, I can tell you like what Giants I got from. I got at least one of here because it's like because I have everything set up by division and whatnot. I can tell you about the. Oh, this is 2019 Panini. Just playing with 2019 Panini score, which has a thing to it. You know, Daniel Jones. Like, that's like my big thing. I wanted to collect the whole set, and then I gave up. Like, you know, like I have like a random thing here. Like, it's just like I have Steelers. I have guys like that. I mean, like, there's probably like a guy who I've never even heard of before who might be on the team. Like, I can say I have Jets, the Giants. I have Sterling Shepard. For that, you have Sterling Shepard, Landon Collins, Ingram. I have a score. I have a gray scorecard of Olivier Vernon and a yellow Lorenzo card. I do not remember what I think. Right, you were looking. Yeah, you were looking 2019 Daniel Jones. Let me say that. So I mean, if I go over to the rookies, there should be some good rookies. I mean, I have great rookies in here. Daniel Jones, like, I mean, I do have some reds and some like random like other cards in here that like mean much to me, but like mean so much to me, but might not mean so much to you. Like, if I go over, like, I do have a Daniel Jones. I do have a bunch of Daniel Jones score. I have a few Daniel Jones score rookies. Like, I have you, Dwayne Haskins, Will Greer, Locke, and Brown, Ryan Finley, and Damian Harrison. Like, I think I put out all the Ravens cards from in here, which is a thing of the. I did put out all the Ravens from in here, so like I don't know what Ravens I exactly have in here. So then, like, I mean, like there's like the big guys in here. I mean, like I have like. I mean, like I have like some like other good rookies in here, which could be like. I do have like an AJ Brown. I do have AJ Brown and Nikhil Haley in here. Some guys I like have like a bunch of like. For some reason, I have like a billion. I pulled a billion Kyler Murray's. Like, nah, that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but I kept pulling Kyler Murray's. Like, I have like a bunch of his base, and then I have a yellow version of his card from this set, which is like a thing I can say. But let's say that, like, for the two of you watching, like, there's a bunch you can get into. It means a bunch, like, anything can be said. Like, oh, there's this guy, or oh, there's that guy. Like, I can say that I have a bunch of, like, good cards and, like, a bunch of, like, good players and whatnot. Like, I mean, I don't know what time it is for anyone. But I'm like, who would be watching now? I don't know who would be watching now. Let's say that there's a bunch here. I have to say any Lamar Jackson, like any Ravens or Orioles player. Like, I can say I love some guys that like aren't even like on the team that I love. I would say that my favorite is just like I do have a rookie of the Ravens first. Uh, I do have a bunch of like Ravens and Orioles guys. Like I'd have to say like any good Ravens or Orioles player, any good like Ravens or Orioles. Plus, I love. Oh, I can't go away from Otani and Bregman and Bauer. Like I like them. Like now I feel like I should be collecting Danny dimes. Like I want to know like how to send them in and get them like all autographed because I feel like if he subbed to me, if he subbed to me, then he would be doing it. Like, I mean, I can't get rid of this Tim Tebow card because Tim Tebow made like a nice comment, and like my dad and like my moderator came back at it, and who is like my personal moderator and old editor had done some stuff. Because let's say that there is some stuff like I can like say. I do have some like good cards in there, but then it's just like, who are they? How am I supposed to know? I won't. Like I mean, I could just say just like I could say like I have a green Devin White. Like I mean, I have Debo Samuels, and I have a Minshew. Okay, I have Rashad Gary. I have the wrong. I have the Josh Allen. I have the defensive Josh Allen. And here, like green Devin White. I should have. Oh, I have a green Kyler Murray. Like, I mean, if Kyler Murray wants a job signing my cards, he can. I don't really know which cards are good to buy. I mean, like, I I just buy packs of cards when I can, which it's hard to buy cards because like people like upprice them these days. Like that's the issue. Like make them like $1,000. It's like some packs they're just like Pokemon. Like it's impossible to get, and like sports cards like wait for Target drops. Buy them off Target drops. Like if you know who Jab's family is, he does Friday Target drop live streams. Like waiting with you to find drop to see when the cards have dropped. Which I mean, like that's a thing. I mean, like there's like some like not so good guys, which like maybe like another story. Like you have Calvin Ridley and Josh Jacobs. I mean, like collect guys from your favorite team. It's good to buy stuff that you like, not that is doing good. Because like me, I got a Joe Burrow rookie. I have that in a pack for $1. I had that in a pack for $1 for a yard sale. It was going on in my neighborhood. That flunked and never sold. I don't think if that pack never sold. Yeah, let's say like I have a yellow Christian Wilkins, like I have a Benny Snell Jr., which I know Benny Snell Jr. Will. Let's say you're a Ravens fan. I collect Ravens. I collect Orioles. Let's say that I collect Ravens, Orioles, Terps. Like I collect guys who have played for like my favorite colleges, my favorite sports teams, and I guess for Pokemon I collect. I guess vintage. I guess I like to keep my vintage cards. Like I mean, I would sell them if like somebody was gonna give like a great price for them, like a very high price. Cause like I don't know. I mean, like I'm a huge Pikachu fan, and like I keep some cards because like there was a certain spot in my heart of like how I got them. like I have some like I have some like stuff that isn't cards, but like it's still signed. Like I have like some like signed like cardboard things from like a camp I went to and whatnot. Let me just say, like, I could give a cut and dry answer, which would be like, look up the players that are doing good. Those are the players to buy. You have to know what sport and like what sport you're into, like what you're like what what players you like. If they're doing good, buy them. If you're doing bad, if they were doing good but they're in like a slump at the time, then like still buy them. Like that's another thing to say. Still buy a card, even if it's if the player shouldn't, if the player could do good sometime soon. Buy them. I mean, like, if you have like any examples of like guys you want to buy, you can put them in the chat. Not Sam. Yeah, just put them in the chat. Like that could explain because maybe that can like give me like some examples of this like stuff. But while I'm looking through this, I've read CJ Conard, which it looks like a red, white, and blue card. Let me say that. And let me say that like my final stuff is. Let's say look at like good players, bad players, stuff like that. Like maybe you know of a player that like has done good in the past couple years, but then like it's like on a down year. Like don't care, just buy him. Let's say that. Let's say that you want to buy this like Trey Man's. Let's say that you want like buy this like Eloy Jimenez because he's went down, or Luis Robert because like both of those guys are injured. Like buy them. Like that's an example. Like you could buy them now. Like they're like their stock is down. Like they're injured. Like maybe their stock will go up, and then you can sell them for way more. Like I mean, like that's what I've been taught to like sell stuff to get stuff on its cost cheap. Like you want to get the cheaper cards and cards at the moment. Let me say that like you want to like get the good cards. Like I mean like that's like a whole thing. Like, get good cards. Only the best cards. Like if you see a card that costs like so much, just like no, that's a great card. It's probably rare. You probably don't want to spend all you want to put all your eggs into one basket. Think about it like that because it's like oh like they're all gonna crack. If the basket is faulty and then it breaks, then you lost every egg. But then if you lost but then, like, depending on, like, oh, like, and then, like, if, like, one card, because if, like, one player flukes, or, like, you buy a card and then you find that somebody selling that exact same card for, like, $1,000 less or something, then, like, it just, like, why did I not get it from them? Like, you want to look into cards to see what the best price is, and, I mean, that's my advice for like card buyers because like I don't buy singles and whatnot ever. Like I'm not the guy to buy singles. Like you could like ask like oh, so maybe you want to like ask us like a card buying live stream. Or or DM or Discord or whatnot. I mean, I think there's like so much I can say about this stuff. mean, I can say there's like a billion things that can happen, like there's like a billion things that can happen, and then it's just like, why did this happen? I don't know. Why is this guy horrible? I don't know. Is this guy supposed to be this bad? I don't know. Of course, again, it falls. Okay. And I like to say, for like any like card collectors, just like ask somebody, just like, do they think this card is gonna be good? No. Why? I don't know. Should it be doing good? No, because they're injured and it plummets. And it plummets. Like, I mean, I can say that much. Like, stuff plummets for a reason. Like, it's just like, wow, why did my card plummet? Don't ask me, I don't know. Like, I can say anything about a card. Like, a card. Like, go to a card show. Like, in everything. Like, I mean, like, everything's. I mean, like, there's like a billion things you can do. Like, yeah, let's say that there are some guys that are just like, well, here we go. Go like this, that, and this. Like, I mean, I mean, I could say, for example, just like there's this pack of cards. Like, maybe you want to get a pack of cards because you want to gamble and try to like, get like a good player. Like, maybe you want to not get a pack of cards because you don't want to gamble and just waste all your money on it. Like that's a thing that I can say. Like, and I like to think while I'm at this, I like to thank the 26 of you who have came out. I see that there's only 2 of the 26 here at the moment, but I like to thank the 26 that have came and went back and forth and not. Mac Jones, like I'm not really sure. I mean, Mac Jones, like he's a rookie. Maybe just like get him. Like you don't know how he's gonna do. Maybe just like get a few of him and then just like watch him progress and then like see like how he does and then buy more if he does good. Like I mean, like is Mac Jones number one on the thing? I don't know. I mean, like Mac Jones will probably start like as you can say, Mac Jones is probably gonna start. And when I look at the Patriots starting lineup. Yeah, they have Cam Newton, so I'm not sure like how he's gonna do. Who's the Patriots starting quarterback? It's just Mac Jones and that they have Cam Newton. It's like Cam Newton, like I mean like Cam Newton, like I mean, who do you think is gonna start? I mean like Cam Newton, like he's on his decline, I would think. Like if he has a good year, then maybe you should get him. Like I mean, like it depends on who you think is gonna start. Cause like the starter is gonna have the most value. Like I mean, like that's like a thing. Like Chase makes like think about it like that. Like when Lamar got injured, like his value probably went down a small bit, but like that didn't matter. Like I mean, you think Cam will start? I mean, like Patriots website. You're going to the official Patriots website right now, which would probably like explain like a little more than what you need to know. You say that like I mean, let's say that there's like so much you can say and do. Like you think that he's coming then maybe just like get his clothes before he goes hot. That's my that's the one thing I'll say. Like, because I know that you're a fan of like a certain team. Like there's team draft schedule, pro shop radio, live NFL games, schedule, photos, news. Well, there's team, and then like when you look into the team, it's just like come in. Sorry about that. I mean, I'm just looking into this right now. It just says there's like players, like they say that. What's this video of Nelson Aguilar, which is a thing like, oh, there's team stats, there is standings, there is league schedule, future opportunities, Sunday night, Monday night. I don't know. Like, I mean, like Google's saying that Mac Jones is the starter, so like, I mean, like, do not trust Google, but Google might be telling the truth. Like, I mean, it's like I mean, like you could ask someone on like the inside, but like I would know nobody on the inside unless Mac Jones has his own YouTube channel, and you can ask him because I know Cam Newton has a YouTube channel. And if Cam Newton, which I'm gonna go look up right now. Which I mean, like Cam Newton, like I subscribe to him. Like Cam Newton has a YouTube channel. Like Cam Newton did some stuff with Mr. Beast. Like Cam Newton is pretty good. Like and it said it just unsubscribed me for some reason, which probably subscribed to. Look up Patriots Press Pass. Because 1 hour ago, I think they said that Mac Jones got the starting job. Like, I don't know. It's all just a Patriots like website thing. Like, if I look up Mac Jones, he should have a YouTube channel. Like, if he doesn't, then like I don't know like what it's saying. Like, Mac Jones Boner. Like, is Mac Jones Boner, which I don't know what a Boner channel even is, but like that might help out. Like, I guess from 5 days ago. You mean there's like Mac Jones channels? Like that's like not real Mac Jones. Like acting me like. Let me just go look you up right now because I want to know like because like if you're a real sports player, please tell me because like I do not want to like glance over this like thing like there's like the real and then I got to have the real out Josh Allen and I got to have the real Daniel Jones, two New York teams getting their guys and just shine in my live stream, which is F Tamio, which is there's F space Tamio, right? Or as if you're not a real YouTuber, sports player, I mean, like like I could deal with not having a real sports player like this FTMEO, which does not come up as a channel for some reason. Like, I mean, like I could use like more moderators right now because I'm gaining so many guys and like I can't keep track of this, and my moderator isn't super active. So like I mean, like that stuff. Let me explain why everybody should sub. You should sub one because I'm an up and coming YouTuber. Two, because one day I'm gonna be famous doing sports radio, sports broadcasting, something like that. And let me just say, like, on my channel, I'll do shorts. Like, I used to do this, like, stupid shorts and stupid stuff. Like, I'll talk to people, like, talk about sports, talk about whatnot. Like, I do sports gaming, and that's pretty much it. Like, I'm just like a sports heavy YouTuber. Like I mean, like that's pretty much it for me. Like I it like sports hit home for me, like because I want to become a sports broadcaster or a sports like personality type person, like something sports related. And let's say that like anything sports person that like stuff that's to do with like sports, like that's my bread and sports are my bread and butter these days. Like I can't go wrong with like things like wow, I like I'm the NFL and MLB. Like I can be live streaming about like NFL and MLB or this like about this like I like them called like you may things about my like stupid shorts like I do like I've done like stupid shorts here and there. Like I mean, if any of you have like a YouTube channel and like you want to like tell me about it, like I can look it up and like put you into like my like should sub to section because like I want people to sub to like every NFL player or MLB or NHL or I mean like I'm not really even subscribed to like any like NFL. I mean like when I look up Josh Allen, I think it's like Daniel Jones, which may be a thing. This is which there's like a couple of things and then it's just like even all these like some guys like I'm not sure like who they are or something like I just sub the guys because I'm just like who cares like I'm gonna go look up Josh Allen. There's probably like a few Josh Allens out there, which if I look up Josh Allen, there's be a channel and I should be sub to it and yes I am subscribed to Josh Allen. Things now Daniel Jones and so I'm doing this live, but it's just like cool to like tell you that like yes I'm subscribed to him. Cause like if you guys like have any like guys from a pro sport you think I should sub to like tiny channel or not, I will sub to them. But like I think I'd get less traction the bigger the channel is, and like some of these guys that have subbed to me are just like Chad Cunningham. Like I think some of like the smaller some NBA guys I've subscribed to, even though I am the opposite of an NBA fan. I'm not really like an NBA fan. I'm not really just like an NHL fan. Like I'll sub to a guy that a sports guy has a small channel, hoping that it will auto sub me. that it won't unsub me because it unsubs me for some reason. It's like it comes up like 2 trillion channels. I mean, don't ask me about that because like I'm just like a person who just does his stuff. Daniel Jones. If I look up Daniel Jones, there's like there's like Daniel Jones like highlights, but then there's his channel, which there were some guys that are just like, here's Daniel Jones NFL, and it's just like, wow, like this is not the real Daniel Jones or something. It's just like, well, you are the real Daniel Jones, or you're the real such and such. Like, I mean, like, let's say that. Because I'm probably gonna be like ending my live stream, and this will be my longest live stream ever. I could try to do a 24-hour live stream, maybe just like, but I would need traction from, sports players and everybody that you two give me like challenges and stuff to do because like I don't show myself, which is the issue. I'm gonna be thanking everybody who I know that has been. I'm gonna be thanking a bunch of people and hopefully show everybody that is seen. So I'm gonna be thanking Ann Orphan, thank you. James Anderson, thank you. Daniel Jones, aka Danny Dimes. Malaya Brown, Jade Alien, Sam Jaffe, I think I'm saying that correctly. Josh Allen. And for Daniel Jones and Josh Allen, if you're an NFL fan, you should know who they are. And then we're gonna say Tamio, F Tamio, and let's say that. And let's say that I have one more thing to say that for that and let's thank my moderator who has probably been watching here and there. His name is Funny Because It's True. He has a YouTube channel, but I'm only showing YouTube channels if there's only like one person in the room, which I could use extra moderators. I don't know how to get any extra moderators that I can trust, which is the thing, trustable moderators. Like, I mean, like, I need trustable moderators, or I get trustable moderators. I don't know. But thank you to the 29, almost 30 people out here who came out here tonight to watch me. To watch me just talk and have fun tonight. If everybody here wants to say good night to me because I'll be going to bed right now, yeah, you can because we're ending my live stream in like 5 minutes. No, I have to end my live stream like ASAP. Because I'm just being myself right now and whatnot. I'm just gonna check on my comments right now. It says I just I already subbed to you. I'm sorry, FTMIO. If you just do subscribe to Jab's family, which is kind of cool because I love Jab's family. They're like my one YouTube channel I will watch. Like, which I think I'll be ending my live stream once I hit 2 hours because I want it to be about 2 hours. I mean, I could end it at an hour 55 and then try for a 2 hour one when I have more time, which I mean, I could say so much. I mean, there's awful, and then there's just like, yeah, let's say that if you know any sports players I should sub to, please let me know in the comments after the video because I won't be video because once the video's over, you can't type in the live stream. So that's what they call the live stream. Like, let's say that there's some stuff like I'm just looking through and I'm just like, let's say that like I'm subscribing to like channels like I don't even know who they are. It's just like dude like could be a sports player. Let's hope that by tomorrow I have way more subs because I'm trying to sub to people, but it's probably like it unsubbed me from Tim Tebow for some reason, even though I didn't do anything. Because tonight I don't want to be going to bed super late, so let's end the live stream here. Good night to everybody, and hope you had a good live stream.